Hello amigos, RadiShineAmigo here and welcome back to the Crash Bandicoot series. This time we're going to be playing Crash Bandicoot Fusion. Now this cartridge has like both Spyro and Crash on it. I'm just going to be playing Crash because obviously I'm a more Crash fan. Maybe one day I'll play the Spyro one. Now I do have a few things to explain about this Let's Play, but I'm just going to like let the plot go first because of course we got some story and I want to explain some of the game first, so yeah. You've got story mode, party mode, trading and credits. I'll get more into that later. For now we're just going to hit story mode and head right in. So it's agreed, Ripto. We'll work together to rid ourselves of Spyro and Crash. My genetic modifications to your army of Riptox will cause those two even more trouble. Yes, Cortex. And dressing them up as Crash and Spyro. Ha ha ha. Our foes won't even realise they should be on the same side. I'll activate the warp pad soon. We shall conquer the world. Oh, measly planet, I mean. Ha ha ha. Coco, I sense something is wrong in the jungle again, and so soon since our last adventure.
Yes, Aku Aku, something is definitely going on here. All these strange creatures are popping up everywhere.
I fear this is Cortex's work again. We need someone who can look into this. Someone brave and fearless who can get the job done. But all we have is Crash. The dialogue in this game can be pretty funny. I'm afraid Cortex is up to no good again. Of course, because Cortex is always to blame. Except for Crash Team Racing and Crash Nitro Kart. So yeah, the plot is Ripto and Cortex are working together. They send monsters with Spyro's face on them in Crash's world, and monsters with Crash's face on them in Spyro's world. You don't really find out the other half until a little bit later on, or unless you're playing the Spyro version, because it has it from each character's perspectives. So we're seeing this from Crash's perspective because we've got the Crash version, but if we're playing the Spyro version, we'd be seeing it from Spyro's perspective. Now, control-wise, it controls kind of like the other Game Boy Advance games, but it doesn't really feel like them games. It feels a bit off. Because this isn't really like a proper platformer, so to speak. So you've got this little area which is like a little tutorial and it just tells you how to play the game. But it's also a hub world, and the hub world is also broken up into like separate bits as well. So if we just go to the left here, if I make the jump, you can see that there's a portal right here. I say portal, it's more of like a wooden pad. But you jump on it and you fall through it. I kind of like this animation, it's kind of funny. And yeah, you got a bonus mini game. In this one, you're free falling and you got to destroy all the crates. And that's pretty much the entire game right here. So every single level you go to is just a mini game. You don't have a proper level like you do in the other Crash games. It's just mini games. And that's a big disappointment. Luckily, I never owned this game when I was younger, and I still don't own this game because I'm playing this one anyway. But this game isn't very good, is what I'm getting at. Probably the worst Crash game in the whole series, actually. Either this or Crash Boom Bang. One of those two. Yeah. So we just got like a bunch of random mini games and stuff. So this next one here, you need 10 Wumpa Fruit to unlock it. You unlock Wumpa Fruit by, you know, the way you always unlock Wumpa Fruit. Break boxes, you find Wumpa Fruit in the hub world. I've got 89 already. You do lose Wumpa Fruit when you pay the toll. I don't know why you have to pay. I always thought Crash ate the fruit when he collected it, but you know. You don't have lives in this game either. When you get 100 Wumpa Fruit, it just keeps going and going and going. It just transcends beyond 100, which we'll find out shortly because we're almost there. Some levels have crystals in them and some levels have gems, and the ones that have crystals usually have a crystal and a gem. This is one of the cases where you can get a crystal and a gem. But the level we played before, you can't get a crystal in that one, you only get a gem. So you get the crystal in this just by beating the level, and the gem is by getting all the boxes. Typical Crash, you know, pretty much how all Crash games go. Anyway, I'm gonna go into like how this is being recorded. So this is post commentary, not live commentary. This game has actually been. I actually recorded this game in 2015, but I didn't upload it. I did have commentary. I didn't commentate over the whole game though. But I'm redoing the commentary just because the commentary is a bit outdated and yeah. I also have a better mic now, so I'm going back into the level because of course I missed the boxes. Another thing I should state, this is also my first time playing the game. I do edit out when I fail. I kept this one in because I got the crystal, so of course it'd be a bit weird if I just cut straight to getting the gem when I already have the crystal. But in some levels, if I like, particularly there's a specific type of level we'll get into in this part actually, and those ones take ages and like I die quite a lot on them. So I cut like everything out and it's just going to be the run where I finish it. Because of course this is post-commentary like I said, and watching all that isn't going to be very fun. I did have other Let's Plays that I recorded like while I wasn't uploading, but I'm not going to upload those because this is on an emulator, so the recording quality should be about the same if I recorded it now. It's also a Game of Advance game, so it's not going to look very good anyway, especially when you pop it up onto a big screen. But the other Let's Plays I recorded, which was Spyro 2 and Sonic Adventure, I recorded them with my Dazzle, so I can record them in better quality. Plus, those would have been post-commentary, and I might make them live or something, I don't know. But either way, I'll be getting to them, like, soon. So, yeah. This current mission that we're doing right now, we just have to break all the boxes to get the gem, but you have to do it before the timer goes down. So it's kind of like a relic mission, but you don't get a relic for it. So, yeah. Right here, because this is my first time playing, I just wanted to check it, because I thought I missed a crystal. This game doesn't do a very good job of, like, explaining, like, what you can get. It makes a bit more sense once you play it for a bit. Like, before you access the level, it has, like, you can see, like, a blank crystal or a blank gem. So that kind of indicates, like, if you can get a crystal or not. But I was kind of a bit confused at first, like, wondering why there wasn't a crystal. Because, of course, if you played every other Crash game, you know that there's crystals in, like, every level except the bonus ones, you know? Like, the ones in the Lost Warp Room. Now, you have to pay a toll to go past there. And, yeah, when you have enough Wumpa Fruit, you can just go through. Now, throughout the hub worlds, you can actually find other characters and you can talk to them. You can also do, like, see right there was a little card. You can find cards and they're, like, the extra collectibles in this game. I guess another thing I could explain, just because we saw it on screen there, when you die, you lose some Wumpa Fruit. Not really too big of a deal, there's so much Wumpa Fruit. And to be honest, a lot of the time, you just pick all of the Wumpa Fruit back up, because from what I remember, the Wumpa Fruit just respawns, so you can just die, pick the Wumpa Fruit back up, and oh look, I've got my Wumpa Fruit back. So, it's really inconsequential. The game doesn't really focus on trying to, like, be challenging in the way that it wants to kill you. It's more of, like, just having a couple of mini games that might give you a hard time. This particular mini game, we have to shoot sheep for some reason. I think it's more of, like, maybe referencing Spyro, because in Spyro you kill sheep to get butterflies, but I don't know. Basically, you gotta, if the sheep touches the nitros behind you, then they explode and you die with them. You don't want that to happen, so you kill the sheep instead. There's a counter at the top right that tells you how many sheep you gotta kill. and yeah, pretty much it. The black sheep move like a little bit faster than the white sheep, so you want to keep more of an eye on them if you see one of them. But at the moment, it goes pretty slowly, you know. Later on, there's like faster versions of this. So, yes, there is more versions. So there's more versions of the same level. So as you progress later throughout the game, you will have like a harder version of the same level that you've already played, and so on and so forth. This is like a weird like bonus minigame. So we've got Crunch here, and he's going to be talking to us, and so we've got another mission here, and the mission is weightlifting, and all you do is mash the A button. The sprites actually look kind of good here for like GBA, and you only really see them in this part of the game actually. These missions are alright. Just I don't mind mashing mini games. You get a card, which I just remembered what I was talking about before now, because I remember I was talking about something and I forgot, so I just brought up a different topic. Basically with the cards, you collect them, so you can find some of them throughout the levels. There's one there. Then there's other ones where you do mini games. There's also like shops that you can go to where you can like buy stuff and you get like cards. I think it's more like luck based though. We'll get to that when we get to that. But basically you have like a screen and it shows every single card you get. Cards can range from different things like items to characters, you know. I got actually I have a list of like everything, I believe, so I'll have a quick look on that. But each card, the color of the cards means something different. So you can get item cards, enemy cards, ability cards, location cards, and character cards. Item cards are blue, enemy cards are green, yellow is the ability cards, location is orange, and character cards are red. And another thing I just noticed, okay, I'll just see, it just says above here, that this is the second worst selling Crash game, with Crash Boom Bang being the one that sold the worst. Which makes a lot of sense to me, because this game sucks, and so does Crash Boom Bang. So yeah, now we've got these tank ones, which when I first saw them, it kind of reminded me of Crash Bash, but these don't. These are just so boring in comparison. So you've got these little enemies that you can shoot. It's not really like War of Nutrition. You kind of just like tactically like bounce the projectile off of like. You saw it there. Basically, you do that, and you've got like boxes you can destroy in the level. I believe you have to destroy the nitros of the cannon. Not that it matters too much because obviously we have to get there anyway. You can't go over the water as well with the tank, which I mean I guess that makes sense. And yeah, these are by far the worst the missions in the game or bonus stage. I don't even know what you'd call these things. Mini games. Yeah, these are the worst ones in the game. Basically, these were the ones that I was talking about when I said that these are the ones I had the most trouble with. I found like a lot of times that like if you didn't know the level, then the game would kind of like blindside you a little bit. And there's also the fact that you just don't know the layout the first time you play the level, you know. So I'm getting a little bit lost here, and this isn't even my first attempt of this, you know. So yeah, these are a massive pain in the ass. You can move the turret, like the bit where the thing fires has a different turning mechanism to the actual vehicle, which obviously makes sense because it's a tank. But being a Game Boy Advance game, it controls a little bit like weirdly. There's the end level portal there, but we can't access it from this side. We have to go around the other side. Yeah. Anyway, we're heading close to the end of this part. I may upload like 2 parts a day or something, just to, like get this playthrough done out of the way, and then we'll head into the the new stuff that I recorded this year. So, yeah, once I can kill this enemy. Oh yeah, got the gem for all the boxes and the crystal just to be in it. So, see you next time, guys.